Hi, I'm going to show you guys some parenting tips on how to use Renaissance Home Connect at home. You can see here that I am going to use my own daughter's page as an example, and it's the same login she would use to get into AR at school. In this case, she knows this by heart, but I've also have the information saved in my computer. Once I click login, it's going to show me some really useful information as a parent. Right here where it says the quizzes, this is telling me how many of the questions she's getting right when she's taking the quizzes. You do want to make sure that you're on the current marking period and not the school year. You can see that if I change it to the school year, I'm going to get a picture of how she's done from the beginning of the school year. But as we're thinking about goals and meeting them, you're going to want to be on the current marking period, which would be Q2. You can see here that my daughter's teacher, Miss Quinn, has gone ahead and assigned Polly a goal, and you can see that her goal is 14 2/10 of a point, and it shows here that Polly, after 1 week of school, has 13 7/10 of a point left to go to reach her goal. She has 5/10 of a point, in other words, right here. So I find that as a parent, this is a really useful tool for me to track. When the interim reports come home, if my daughter's not to here, that's when I would know that I need to start helping her make a plan to get those points at home. I can also see here, and this is something like as a parent that I would be concerned about, she's at a 2.9 level, and being a third grader, I would think, I wonder why. So I would look at the last book she read, or the only book that she's read so far this 9 weeks, and I can see that this is an SF edition, which stands for Scott Forsman, so it must be something she read in her textbook, which causes me less alarm. Probably something assigned by her teacher in class. Another fun feature of the Parent Home Connect is that you can view the bookshelf, and you'll click on that little View My Bookshelf icon, and you can see all of the books that your son or daughter has taken this school year. And when you click on them, it shows you author, interest level, a quick synopsis of the book, but most importantly, it shows you how they did on the test and how many points they earned. Instead of asking your child, did you take an AR test today and how did you do? And then responding, I can't remember, or I'm not quite sure. Now you can know in real time exactly how they did and what sort of books they are interested in. If you have a child that is not as interested in reading, there's another function down here that can be quite wonderful called the AR Bookfinder. And if you open the AR Bookfinder, I have found that you can search by all kinds of key terms. You can search by authors. You can search by reading series. Most importantly, if they find a book lying around the house or at the local library that they want to read, they can quickly check to see if it's AR ready. So I'm going to type in Diary of a Wimpy Kid because I could see that Polly was very interested in those. And it's going to bring up a whole bunch of options. And what I might do is I might sit down with her and I might ask her if any of these look interesting to her. It will let you know if there are AR quizzes. For example, right here, AR quiz types. The RP stands for a reading, and then the VP stands for a vocabulary. The RPs are all worth points. So I know that this is something she could read if she wanted to and earn some points. So I might click Add to her AR book bag. We could look down further and decide that maybe she wants to read a biography about the man who writes the Diary of the Wimpy Kid books. And I could add that to the book, or to the diary as well. Not the diary. I can add that to my book bag as well. Among that, I can also look over here. There's some topics, and we could look under award winners, and it will show you what the, award-winning versions of these Diary of the Wimpy Kid books might be as well. So we're going to pretend that I went through and I searched by all kinds of things, found books and collections that Polly was interested in. What I would go to next is I would click right here, it says the AR book bag, and it would show the titles of the books that my daughter said she was interested in. Now, this is not an application in which you can buy books or obtain them, but what you can do is you can ask your computer to print it, and once you have it generated as a PDF and you print it, what could be a wonderful tool is Polly could easily take this to the librarian at our school at Farmington and ask her at her next library appointment, ask Ms. Mock if she has any of these books. And the beauty of this is that all these books have specific names, titles, and authors, and the AR quiz numbers are going to match up with what we have on file in our Farmington database. You could also take it to your local library or to a Barnes & Noble or any bookstore to find these books that you are hoping to find. Sometimes, too, I found I had an older son, that went through a phase where he wanted to read books, a Star Wars series, and he kept having a hard time figuring out the quiz numbers or finding them. He would come home and complain, "Well, you said they were for AR points, Mom, but I went online when I got to school and I typed it in and it didn't come out." So what you can do is at home you can find the book that they're reading, the pictures help, and then you can have the child write down these AR quiz numbers. Can be a faster way to locate those books online. You could also add that to the AR book bag and print that out for your child as well. I am going to go with the book cover if I were doing this for a son or daughter who seemed to struggle finding those books at school once they got there to take the test. And then you can see there's a picture. There's exactly how the title should be typed into the AR. The author with the last name, first name, which is the format that becomes really important. And then the all-important AR quiz number, which will help them locate that quiz even faster at school, resulting in more time for the students to take the tests. This has been my first parent tip for Home Connect. I hope you guys found it useful, and I hope that you guys will get on the AR Book Finder and the Home Connect to track points and quizzes at home to help your children to develop successful reading habits. Thank you.